Let's talk about some things we've seen in human behavior and body language that we've taken upon ourselves to be cocky enough to name or give names to ourselves. Mark, would you like to begin?
All right, let me take you through my glossary that I named. The gesture planes. So you have the horizontal planes of gesture. Truth plane here, grotesque plane underneath this belly button area, truth plane. Grotesque plane down here, passion plane here, closure and disclosure here, thought here, and ecstatic up here. Okay, probably the main one you want to look out for is when people are gesturing to you in the truth plane, especially with open palm gestures. You are most likely to accept, believe, trust what they're saying, though this is never a signal that they should be believed or should be trusted. It's just most likely to trigger you at an instinctual level that that's the case. If I go up here, up to the passion plane, you'll get excited, just like I'm getting excited. That's why when I sit here on camera, I make sure my hands go up to the passion plane. It sends my blood pressure level up, my heart rate up. It gets me excited. And that's really useful for being on camera because video is a sedative, essentially. It's more likely to send you to sleep than it is to wake you up. So I need to be up in passion to send your heart rate and breathing rate up. I could go into descriptions of the others, but they're all in Winning Body Language, which was the first book to ever write down this system. So those are the horizontal levels of gesture. Then at the same time, you've got to think about that you've got a plane here. I call it the door plane. Imagine me standing in a doorway, in a door frame, and I can be in front of the door or behind the door, or at least my center of gravity can be. The bit that drives the whole of my body can be in front of the door or behind the door. That makes a difference to how we perceive people. There's also something I call the table plane as well, which is exactly where your center of gravity is. That can be, and it's a horizontal plane. Your center of gravity can be below the table or above the table. We've also got something I call the wheel plane, which you can be, your center of gravity can be one side of that wheel or the other side of that wheel. So when I'm describing somebody's movement in shorthand, I can say something like they're in front of the door, above the table, to the left hand of the wheel plane, and their gestures are in closure, i.e. they're covering around the mouth area here. And that should give me a pretty good location as to how I think they might be thinking or feeling at the time. But remember that, how I think they might be thinking or feeling at the time and how that might impress others as to how they're thinking and feeling. It by no means says I can read their mind. That would be fantastic if it were the case, but there aren't any mind readers out there. I know, I've had a really good look, just nobody can do it at all, ever.